artfight, as previously stated, is basically aggressive and competitive art gifting. You can make an account, like on most sites, and make sure to upload an OC with a few refs. Then in July, people get put into teams, and we see which team can spread the most love. Teams are announced early around the end of June, and you can attempt to claim which team you're on then. Teams are normally given a theme. Past teams are Light vs. Dark, Nightmare vs. Dream, Sugar vs. Spice, and stuff like that. The team names are just suggestions, so let me make this clear. You do not have to follow the theme of your team name. They are, in fact, just fun ways to differentiate the teams each year. If you do not claim a team by a certain date, then you'll just get shoved into one at random. Whatever team you're on, starting July 1st, it's go time! Or whenever the site's not down, because our fight as a whole goes pretty feral, and sometimes the site cannot handle us. When it is aforementioned go time, feel free to start drawing your attacks. Your attacks cannot be drawn at all before Artfight officially starts. This is cheating, and if you do it, I will eat your steamer. You can browse accounts beforehand to look for OCs that you might want to draw, but you can only bookmark them. Do not start drawing them. Just bookmark them. Get back to them later. If you find an OC you like that's not drawn by your enemy, but drawn by someone on your team, then you could draw for them. It just wouldn't net you any points. But it's fully encouraged to draw for whoever you want. Points are not based on the art skill level, but rather the amount of effort. You could be a Picasso, or have the drawing capacity of a kindergartner. It doesn't matter as long as you categorize it properly, and at least attempt to make it look like the character you're trying to draw. When you submit an attack, you'll need to have the person you're attacking and the character you drew put at the top. If you have a lot of characters, make sure to account for all of them. Maximize your points. Second, you say how much of what kind of character you drew. This is important because there are characters like Worm on the String, Catbug, Puppy Cat, Rat Blobs. All those guys are really easy to draw full bodies of, so they're counted as simple-shaped characters. For the much more complicated characters, such as humans or animals and anything in between, you would classify your drawing first, whether it is a head, a bust, or a full body. I know these are all easy to understand, but I thought I would at least put this here anyway. Once you know who you're drawing for, what OC you're drawing, how much of the OC you have drawn, you need to label how far in the process you've gotten, and how hard in the process you've went. For lines, you need to say if it's a sketch, if it's lined or lineless, or if it's pixel art. Then you need to define if it's uncolored, rough-colored, cream-colored, or painting. And then you need to talk about shading. Is it not shaded, minimal shaded, or fully shaded? How about the background? Did you do a background at all? Is it just a very simple abstract background? Are there items like books, pillars, etc.? Or did you draw a whole scene? The last thing you want to talk about before finishing up your attack and posting it is if it's a revenge. Revenges are very cool, and they act kind of like a chain. To me, revenges are the icing on the cake for Artfight. Basically, if you draw me a drawing, I will probably revenge you, meaning I will draw something for you as well in return, and I will mark it as a revenge. However, revenges are a chain. A, B, A, B, A, B. I cannot draw two revenges at the same time. Instead, I would have to put up the first revenge, and I'd have to wait and see if you would revenge me back, to then put my second revenge on. And after that lengthy explanation, you pretty much know how to do an entire attack in Artfight by yourself. You just need to remember who you're attacking, what character of theirs you are drawing, how much of the character you drew, and how much you worked on said drawing. Now, if you were just looking for the basics of Artfight, I hope I explained it properly for you. If you're looking to join this tiny Artfight thing I'm having, don't misunderstand and think it's a whole different thing. It is quite literally just a bunch of people in one area doing Artfight against each other.